Hey friends, Kevin here with this cordless rechargeable tire inflator from Wolfbox. Now, the company did send this to me to test out and share with you because they know I do a lot of off-roading, adventure vanning, and adventure travel type of stuff. I am often way out in the middle of nowhere, miles and miles away from anyone else. So if something goes wrong, I have to be able to handle the problem myself. So let's get this thing out, see what we need to do to get it assembled. Then we're going to go test it out on some vehicles of different sizes and find out what this thing really is capable of. Okay, inside we are going to have a large carrying case. Let me tell you, this is a heavy unit. That thing has some weight to it. It is heavier than I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing. Over on the left side, we are going to have some charging cables. While this is a rechargeable unit, in case it was discharged, it does also come with a 12-volt plug-in type adapter that you could use in a pinch. And I'm really impressed. This comes with a really, really long 12-volt cord. Interesting design on these connectors, braided cable. It does have some adapters for different devices if you wanted to blow up beach balls or footballs or something like that. Looks like they included an extra safety fuse in the package, which is nice. Instruction manual, pictures, and nice large print. And then this side will be this main unit. I was actually worried about what the capacity of this was going to be, but seeing the size of this and feeling the weight of this, I'm not too worried about capacity anymore. This thing is a monster. This is equal to a really good sized brick and then some. Charging port on the bottom. So here we are with this attached. Looks like it has a light built into it. Press on this button here in the middle, should turn it on. Then we have a nice four-way set of buttons here. So this has come on with a standard little car setting, and it's guessing at 36 pounds. You can dial this in to whatever you need it to be for your particular vehicle. Pressing the little mode button will take it into different standard settings. So 8 pounds, there's one for something like a basketball. But we'll get this back over to kind of a passenger vehicle, car, truck setting, because that's what I'm going to be using it for. You have a button here, so you can change this from PSI into other settings, but because I'm in the States, I always use PSI. So you have a plus and minus here, so you can adjust this wherever you need it to go. And look how precise that thing is. Just about anything that I have ever had, and I've used a bunch of these over the years, is either a pound increment or maybe half a pound increment PSI of pressure. This thing is 1/10 of a pound, so for car tires I don't think that matters that much, but I can see this being really useful when you're doing things like basketballs, volleyballs, things for children, blowing up inflatables, things like that, where you do need to get pretty precise with it. I don't know that this will show up on camera. You can actually see that working inside. So the top number is going to be the pressure in whatever you're trying to blow up right now, say your tire. The bottom number is going to be where you want it to cut off and stop. So this is a very interesting unit, especially with this kind of see-through case where you can see the circuitry and see the motor parts in here working. But the only thing that I'm really concerned about, and you probably care about, is how well this thing does inflating tires. So let's go find out. Test number 1, passenger tire. This is actually on a small van. Get him connected. We have 6 pounds of air in this tire, 6.4. We need to get this one up to about 32. That worked out just fine on these 16-inch tires. Now let's give this thing a real test. These are actually on an RV, so they have a lot of weight on them, Because of that, these things handle up to 80 psi. So these are much, much larger than a passenger tire, taking much more pressure. And what I have found over the years is a lot of these things, while they are able to do a passenger car tire, they will not handle something like this. Something that you find on vans or pickup trucks or these larger tires like an RV. They just can't do the capacity. So you may see some rating that, oh, this thing can do 120 or 160 psi, but that's for a small item. That is not for something like this. So we're going to see if this Wolfbox can handle topping this off. We are at 59 pounds and we need to get up into the 70s for this. And that difference on a tire this size, I guarantee, is way more than filling up completely a passenger tire. With any of these units, they run for 7 or 8 minutes straight, especially when it's hot out. These things do generate a lot of heat, so it's good to just cut this thing off. We'll let it cool down for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead with this. This doesn't just apply to Wolfbox, this applies to all brands of these.